Cut the music. Let's cut the bullshit. Let's talk a little bit about Fort Worth. Kekis, welcome back for 5. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome back, everybody. I missed you guys. A couple day hiatus from the live stream for obvious reasons. Had the Fort Worth event. Didn't go well for us at all. Top 12 is absolutely unacceptable for this squad. Joester, welcome back. Appreciate you. That's it. Top 12 is just unacceptable for this squad. We'll talk a little bit about the event. Obviously, still pretty triggered by it. Obviously, the guys are too. No one's ever happy with a top 12 finish, especially after a dominant Vegas. Drippin' Dreidels, thank you for the prime. Not John Trainer, welcome back for 4. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the resubs. Appreciate all the love in chat already on the day. Appreciate you guys very much. Kind of surprising for me. I knew it was going to be a tough event for us, but I didn't think it was going to go this poorly, to be completely honest. Obviously, we go to Pro League. Shit happens. We don't have Bruce for the 2 weeks. I think not getting those reps were pretty crucial for us. We were in a nice mojo. We were in a nice rhythm, and that kind of messed it up. But again, I think after, that's a tough situation. But I really think it set back our S&D, and then I don't think we took the necessary steps to sort of fix it. I think the scrims leading up before the pre-land were Melissa, thank you so much for the prime sub. Welcome to the TIE Fighters. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. I think the scrims leading up to the pre-land were not what they needed to be in terms of how, I don't know if serious is the right word. I don't know. The motivation levels were definitely different leading into the pre-land this time around compared to Vegas. I don't know. It's like we didn't have as much to prove because we already won an event. But that's no excuse. Jake, thank you so much for the prime. But yeah, the practice before the pre-land was definitely not ideal. Blizzard Ben, welcome back. Appreciate all the resubs, guys. We were grinding. We were putting in a lot of hours. And that's why I get so mad when people say we weren't. Like, that's the one thing that triggers me the most. Like, you can question the gameplay. You can question, show me with a tier 2. Appreciate the tier 2, buddy. Welcome to the TIE Fighters. That's the one thing that triggers me, though, is like the amount of time that we put in. I fucking hate when people question that. In terms of the quality time, hey, my man J Lab, my man converted from a prime sub to a tier 1 sub. I've never even seen that before. Cool. In terms of the time that we actually were putting in, though, I feel like the time could have been spent better. I feel like our mindset in a lot of the scrims were not super quality. I feel like we use the online excuse a lot, like too much, and it sort of sets us back sometimes in terms of getting quality reps online. And the way we reacted after not having Bruce for the Pro League, like we were playing catch up at that time. So like when we got back to scrimming, I feel like we needed to have like an extra motivation, an extra chip on our shoulder to work hard and that type of stuff. So I feel like we got, like, the number of reps that we got was fine. It was normal. We were playing a lot. But the cheesy saying, the cliche is quality over quantity, right? And I don't think we were getting super quality reps in online for many different reasons. And it just needs to get better. I think in scrims, it's tough, man, because we stream them a lot of the time. And there's a lot of stuff we don't want to put out there when we're practicing. But on the other side, too, like, I feel like I'm going to be much more vocal, I think, during maps now. Because usually I try and just, make my own notes, make my own suggestions, like, in between games and stuff like that. But based on how this weekend went, especially in Hardpoint, I don't think that's what I'm going to do anymore. Obviously, there's going to be certain maps where I want to see how things play out without me chiming in. But with how inconsistent our Hardpoint was at this event, that's what surprised me the most. there's no reason our hard point should be so inconsistent in the way that it was. And like if you look at our team KDs and stuff overall, it really wasn't that bad. Like purely stat line wise. Sure, there were certain maps in certain series where we had like a bad individual performance and stuff like that. But there's always a reason for that. And you know, especially like some of the gridlock maps that we played. One time we'd play it and it would look really good. But if you look in our 2 gridlock hardpoint losses versus Envy and versus Gen G in specific, they look exactly the same in how we lost and what we struggled on. And that's what pisses me off because we were focusing so much. We were focusing so much before on like what we need to do on that map and the problems we were having that consistently keep coming up. That's what pisses me off because it's like I feel like we all know what the problem is, but when for some reason we get to a game and these same issues keep popping up. Super, super annoying. And then you go to the Gen G series and it's like we should have had that one in the bag. Honestly, you could say that about the Rec series, the first match of the tournament. We should have had that one in the bag. Some bullshit happened on frequency, the S&D that costed us and ended up going to map 5 there, able to lose it. But the Gen G series, man, that Seaside's gonna sting for a while, bro. Oh man, that Seaside is gonna sting for a while. Man, because I knew Hossie was gonna go really well for us in that series, but that Seaside, man. God damn it. That Seaside for you? I mean, you could say that in Hardpoint, but there's no reason for a map to go like that in Control. Oh, man, I was so stressed watching this weekend, man. Just some of the things we were doing. Ugh. God damn it. But yeah, we had a really tough pool. Which usually we're usually very, very strong in pools, which is kind of a weird change for us here. I feel like the pre-land was pretty good for us, but again, I feel like we were just kind of playing catch up and thought, I don't know. Our hardpoint looked pretty damn good at the pre-land though. So yeah, for just the amount of issues that we had in hardpoint throughout the weekend was we looked kind of slow to react in S&D too, which is one of the biggest takeaways for me. Man, I go and look back at how we were doing stuff at Vegas and S&D, and I look at this event and we look slow. We look unsure. Just it's a night and day difference watching the S&D difference. Granted, a lot of teams obviously prepare for us. Obviously, teams watch what we do in S&D, yada, yada, yada. But if you look on how we're doing things on the map compared to what we were doing at this, it's just night and day. Like, yeah, other teams can be doing X, Y, and Z on the map, but like our plan on the map and our thought process on the map was nowhere near the same. Like, giving up bomb sites a lot. Not really moving around the map as fluidly as we were before. Yeah, it's tough. I know the chat's going to be probably somewhat toxic today, whether it be towards me or the team. I don't want you guys picking on individual players on the team. I don't, you know, there's a lot of intricate reasons as to why someone may be performing bad, and it might not always be directly on that individual player, man. Like, for example, if we're not getting spawns on second hill on gridlock hardpoint, certain players on our team are going to struggle more than others, man. It's just remember, don't be a dick for no reason. I'm all for constructive criticism. I'm all like, we need to be held accountable, myself included. So if it's constructive and you have something constructive to say, I'm completely up for it, but don't just mindlessly bash the players on the team, please. I'm not going to stand for that too much today, but again, we need to have like a conversation. So I'm all for that. Just, you guys know the line. You know how this chat works. You know how this stream works. Just don't be an outright dick. Don't be too toxic. But again, this event was unacceptable from us. So, just, it's all good. David, thank you, buddy. Welcome back. On a nice 22 sub train to start the stream. But yeah. Ended up getting top 12 at the tournament. That Genji series was a real smack in the face. Really, really, we should have won that shit, man. That and the Rec series. That and the Rec series is... I'm going to watch those back multiple times. It's going to re-trigger me every single time. But we had a lot of talks. We're going to, you know, try out some changes that you guys probably have seen on Twitter already. But yeah, very, very frustrating. But yeah, there's some changes that I want to make in terms of how I approach practice from now on. I think I need to be way more involved, or not way more. I'm going to be more involved during the maps until I feel like we're in a better spot, especially when it comes to hardpoint. Because this event was just unacceptable with some of the fundamental mistakes we were making. Like, we had some like dominant performances on hard points, but then we'd play the same map, and like, I know we're playing different teams and stuff, but it's like how we're approaching and thinking about the map and how we're moving around that bothers me more than what other teams are doing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make some changes on my front of what I want to do moving forward, and we just need to bounce the fuck back. Spanky with a prime sub. So yeah, I'm kind of going surface level with some of the issues we had at the event. I would love to deep dive it with you guys, but I don't want to put too much out there because, you know, it's the team's business and not. I'm just kind of gonna leave it there. Speaking on just the event though, the crowd, the vibe, the atmosphere, the green wall was there in full support, bro, and that was just awesome. I spent some time yesterday at the venue talking to a bunch of people. A lot of the TIE fighters, actually, you know, talking about the event. My back hurts from carrying Tragics in Texas City and Blackout at CWL this weekend. But it was awesome meeting some of you guys at the event. I met my boys, Texas City Tragics, J-Lab, and many other people, TIE fighters at the event, which is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome stuff. It was awesome meeting some of you guys. And the crowd was insane, man. It was a big event. A lot of people there. Venue was dope. Another dope event. So just speaking on, like, people always like, oh, COD's bad. The viewership's not bad. Like, if you can't say it with a straight face. If you go to a COD event, yo, Sneaky Corn Dog, I'm play this music real quick for the tier 3 resub. Appreciate you, Corn Dog. Anyways, back on the point I was saying, like, if you go to one of these events
when Karma hit
and you see the amount of people that are, yeah, apparently the team was telling Karma to run in that 2v1 scenario, and then Tej got caught at the back lobby door. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys are gonna keep bringing this shit up. I'm gonna keep getting re-triggered every single time I think about it. So I'm still trying to get through all that shit in my head too. But yeah, frustrating stuff happened on the weekend for sure. Anyways, people always talk about COD being dead. Oh, the viewership isn't what it needs to be. Blah, 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 blah. People whining, man. If you go to an event and you feel the atmosphere and people that are passionate about COD and just esports, and you can't tell me, like, this event was popping. It was dope. It was dope. COD's in a good spot, man. Would more viewership, would more people, you know, we obviously want to keep on growing, but when people say that, it's like, dude, if you haven't gone to an event and you haven't seen the atmosphere, come on, man. The event was cool, man. A lot of people. A lot of people. The crowd was getting loud. There's a lot of people there. It was freaking packed. Very cool stuff. The Glacier video when you were being interviewed was hysterical. I know, bro. This shit was hilarious. But yeah, it was awesome meeting a lot of you guys at the event. Obviously, the shit didn't go how we wanted it to. Uh, you know, we have some of the best in the business on the team, man, and we obviously have some ideas on what we want to do moving forward. We're gonna bounce back. The Greenwall's got our back. There's a lot of people that like to critique us and want to hold us accountable for a poor performance, and they completely should. We're gonna get back on the grind. Try out some new things, most likely, and get back after it. The next set, we won't be going back for Pro League for a decent little while here, because I think like the cross divisional play is coming up. Hey, Krusty Pizza, it's nice to meet you, buddy. 80% crowd is Greenwall will bounce back. I know the Greenwall's got our back, man. But again, if you have constructive criticism, that's great. I'm more than happy to talk about stuff to a certain degree. Obviously, there's a line, and it's the team's business at the end of the day. But if you're going to be an outright dick, then we'll do what we have to do in the chat. Frenetic, welcome back. The only thing that bothers me is like people question like mine and some of the players' work ethic, and that's the one that triggers me the most. That's the one I'm not going to stand for. Like, I know I've been streaming a lot. I know I've been focusing on content and X, Y, and Z, but like legit for the past like months, people only see what happens when we're live, right? No one sees what happens when the streams are off, when there's no video going on, whatever. Like, I've been putting in so much time, not only from content but coaching as well, for months and months and months and months. Like legit 12 to 14 hour days, almost every single day for quite a while. Yes, I'm growing my personal brand, but at the end of the day, I'm here because of the OpTic team, the OpTic organization, and the fans. So when people question my work ethic, that's when I get mad. Because not a lot of people are outworking me. But there's always things you can do to get better. And I'm going to take the steps that we've talked about and hopefully get better. Always can improve, but don't question my work ethic. Please. Please, do not challenge. Do not question. Come on, man. All right. I think we've talked about it enough. But at the end of the day, I love you all very much. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I'm happy for some of the teams that did well at the event. 100T, damn, dude. The whole Priestess situation. How unlucky, bro. They were looking so good on a crazy run. And then Priestess gets sick. Oh, man. I kind of felt for those guys. That was very, very unlucky. That is tough. That is tough. Congratulations to LG for winning the event. They looked really good. Little Rampart action. Saw that. Little Rampart action. Crazy stuff.